I'm Alexis Donkin, and I am joined by Edith Cowan University Vice-Chancellor Professor Steve Chapman, who is going to talk us through some of the special memories and achievements in his role over the past 10 years. Let's go upstairs and have a chat. Vice-Chancellor, a transformational leader and a visionary. That's how you've been described. How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as a Vice-Chancellor that cared about the staff and the students of the institution, because they're what makes it worth doing the job. And the interactions I've had with the students over the last decade has just been marvellous. It keeps you young, obviously, because they're still young, but you're getting older, but their new students are coming of that age, and they've got that enthusiasm, they've got that excitement about what the future will be, and they come to such a great institution that really cares about them. Now, that gives me a great pleasure. I'm working with the staff, my senior team, I think the best senior team in Australia, but the general staff who are committed to what they do and really like being an academic or a professional member of staff at ECU. And you can see the results in the student surveys. It's not by accident that we are the best public university in Australia for student satisfaction, or the best for teaching quality. And it's not by accident that we have fantastic staff surveys, which are the best of the sector across Australia and New Zealand. So that's what I'd like to be remembered for, being part of a family, and that family is ECU.
Almost 10 years in the role. Can you pinpoint what would be, in your opinion, your greatest achievement?
No, I can't. I let other people do that. I don't really care what people think my greatest achievement is. What you do as a Vice-Chancellor, what I think you do as a Vice-Chancellor, is you get a baton passed to you, right, in the relay race that never ends. And you've got to run to the next person with that baton, and you've got to do it in the best way possible. And so what you do is you set the platform up for the next person to take the university on further. And so if you like, you're a temporary custodian of a very precious thing that will be there long after you're gone. And your job is to nurture it while you're in charge of it, and make sure you pass it on in a better state than you inherited it. And so there can't be one particular achievement that does that, because the whole platform is what you give to the next Vice-Chancellor.
What would your message be to anyone considering studying at ECU?
Well, my message would become straight away, come and experience what a wonderful place it is. I think we see many students who originally have gone to a different university and then for whatever reason have decided to change. And I've met many of them, and I asked them the question, what did you find was different? The most common answer is just feeling part of a community, feeling part of people actually interested in you, wanting you to succeed, wanting to hear you, that you're not a cog, that you're not a number, but you're a person. You're treated as a person, you're respected as a person. And so anyone wanting to come, I would say, you're going to have a wonderful time. And you used the word transformational at the start. This is a transformational place. It takes people in and it transforms them for their future life, for their future work. And I don't think there's a better place that they could go.
What's next for you, whether personally or career aspirations? What's next on the agenda?
Career aspirations. Obviously, I came to this position having been a VC in the UK. So when I step down, I'll have been a VC for over 17 years. And in a nice way, it's time to go, right? I'm 65, I've had enough. Over the last 10 years, I've lived in Australia, and my wife and children have predominantly lived in the UK. And especially with my children, I've not been there for them. And this became very transparent to me during what we all went through, the pandemic, because I didn't get to physically touch any of my family for over a year. And that was something I'm still trying to come to terms with. It then gives you that realization there are some things that are really important in life. Work is one of them, and I have had a fabulous time here, but it's time for a bit of atonement, going back and spending time with the kids. But now that they're older, of course, it will be grouting their bathrooms and mowing the lawn for them, but I just want to be there. I want to be there for the family. And so for me, it's back to Bonnie, Scotland. My kids are all over the UK, so I'll be travelling all over the time. You know, with the prospect that one day I might even be a granddad. So that would be my ambition, to be a granddad. That's my career ambitions for the future.
Ah, beautiful. Well, let us know if you do.
I will.
The city campus, well, that's not too far away. We have to ask, are you going to come and visit us?
Oh, look, I'm definitely going to come and visit. I'm assuming that the new Vice-Chancellor, Claire, will be kind enough to invite me to the opening ceremony. I'll be there to appreciate it, to see. I mean, it's going to be amazing. It is just going to be amazing. And every time you say it's going to be amazing, you worry if you're increasing expectations, if you're making unrealistic expectations. And then you go from the architect's drawing and you see it coming out of the ground and it exceeds the expectations. And then you have a visit inside and it exceeds the expectations. So when it's done, the collective population of Perth and beyond will say, wow. And I think I've said this before, but it is worth saying. It is a building. Yep. But that's not what it is to me. To me, it's a statement of where ECU sees its place in the future. It's a statement of our ambition. It's a statement of our ability to deliver big things. Not just the periodic table, but the big campus in the city. It's a statement of where we've come from, that we've built the confidence that we're willing to do this. And it is not a trivial thing to close a campus, to create a new campus in the middle of a city. It's a statement of our confidence in the future. And I guess to all those other universities out there, watch out.
And finally, what is your message to supporters and to donors of ECU?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the supporters and the donors out there probably don't actually realise how important they are. And they probably underestimate the influence they've had on the institution. They might think, well, I've given that, but well, actually not, but because you have probably transformed someone's life. You've probably made it possible for them to stay at university. You've probably managed to help a single parent mum get through a very difficult period. All of the different things that you may have done. It doesn't matter what you've done, and it doesn't matter how much you've given. Every contribution that has been made by alumni and non-alumni donors has made an incredible difference. We've had some very big donations and we've had some tiny donations, and they have all made a difference. And when you hear, actually, sometimes when we have ceremonies or when we see the letters from the recipients of some of those donations, students who've received it, who can't believe it. They're kind of emotional about it. Oh, I can't believe I got this donation, and that's helped me to do it. You see the physical ramifications of what that help has done. And I think everyone out there, all the alumni who get involved, all of the donors, should be incredibly proud of what they've done, and I thank them from the bottom of my heart, because they've done wonderful things for our institution and particularly for our students.
Brilliant. And we thank you for everything you've done at this
I've
university.
enjoyed every minute of it.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.